State your full name.
My name is Jesse Andrew Littleton.
So what music are you affiliated with?
I'm part of the band Gran Fisher.
What kind of genre is that? Like, if people asked you, what type of music do you play? Like, how would you answer that?
I'd say
I was born in Ohio. Then I moved to LA.
All in all, it truly is hard to find the words. My name is Jesse Littleton. I was born in Sabino, Ohio. I was first in a band called Marshall Dillon, backed by the legendary Kenny Rogers and Lou Pearlman, the creator of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. One album and a couple music videos, and thousands of miles behind me, the experience served as my rock and roll college. All the while I was writing my own music, calling myself and the music Gran Fisher. Named after my 5th generation ago grandfather who started the funeral home that my family has owned and operated for over 100 years, that I even work in today. I pushed and pulled to meet all the right people, sacrificing and taking chances all along the way, sending me on a wild goose chase from Los Angeles to New York City. I became one of the most talked about underground up-and-comers around. At one point I was sharing the same manager with the Rolling Stones, Faith Hill and James Taylor, just so you know I'm not blowing smoke. With the buzz around me swarming, I quickly moved to LA. Scraping by, I started recording and woodshedding some seriously fresh demos with my good friend Dave Bassett. Just look him up. Probably one of the greatest, most talented, and nicest guys on the planet. After turning heads and ears with our demos, I chose to sign with Hollywood Records, all due to an incredible woman named Allison Hamamura, a legend in her own right. As an A&R for the Gran Fisher album, she paved the way, and we went straight into the studio without even having the contracts finished and signed. A rare thing.
Time to get to work.
We recorded half the album in the legendary Sunset Sound studio, where acts like Guns N' Roses, Prince, Led Zeppelin, The Doors, and many more had recorded their albums. And the rest was recorded in Dave's living room and garage. I sang vocals, played piano and rhythm guitar, and Dave shredded some seriously timeless lead guitar. Joining us on drums and bass was the dream team. Justin Meldal Johnson on bass, who plays with this guy, that guy, these guys, and he also has his own band. And on drums, Joey Warnaker, who has also played with that guy, this guy, these guys, oh yeah, and this guy, just to name a few.
I didn't realize that Gran has got a lot of fire, and he's really gets his rock on, but with like a lot of really good lyrical taste in there, you know? That's what kind of makes him unique. It's not really rock. It's not really rocking in any sort of machismo way. It's rocking with like an intent and a purpose, especially lyrically.
I don't know. The songs are very accessible, but not at all like trying to be commercial or deliberately playing into radio or anything that's going on right now. So I think he's in his own kind of place, which is the best place to be. And
when you meet someone that you know they have sort of a permanence in the musical culture, you can tell. You sort of know. It's like Beck, you know, or someone like that. You sense something that will last. And that, coupled with just what a gracious dude he is, I'm pretty happy that I was able to work with him.
We recorded one of the things that I'm most proud of, Gran Fisher's Full Moon Cigarette. We received rave reviews, appearing on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Aaron Sorkin's Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, touring with acts like Grammy Award winner Corinne Bailey Rae, The Fray, the incredible Brandi Carlile, even playing legendary festivals like Bonnaroo. After a year working harder than I've ever known, the Associated Press deemed our record one of the most overlooked albums of 2006. And overlooked is how it all went in the end. While we sweat blood, bodies, and tears, I was dropped from Hollywood Records. Last night, we're staying in Omaha, Nebraska. And this morning, we're sweeping up broken windows.
What do these transients take?
Our time. They didn't take anything. We're gonna go get our window replaced at Harmon's Auto Glass. Come on in, we'll change your window. We got glass. We're gonna eat lunch. We're gonna drink beers. We got a show with the Fray tomorrow, and then we're gonna go to Sabina and chill out. I signed with Hollywood because they said they saw me as a career artist, but the fight wasn't ours to fight anymore. Now this all went down in 2006, so what in the world happened to this guy? Well, this is the first time the story has been told, but the best answer I got is life happened. After moving back to Ohio, I found myself, well, like this.
You look good.
My lung collapsed. Needless to say, I wasn't well, followed by serious infection and spitting up cups of blood, and several major surgeries, pausing my life on and off, yet still with no medical answers.
I'm having a tough time. This is the kind of shit I gotta remember in my life, so I don't forget. You can be good. You just gotta concentrate it. You gotta find it. You gotta find your core. Just find your heart. Find out. Just, I'm okay.
This went on for years. Losing half of my left lung, not sure if I would ever be able to sing again, I fought my way back.
I just got my final checkup and they said come back in a year. So it's time to rock and roll, get the scotch out, get the live shows going, have a whole lot more fun. I just want to say thanks to everybody for just hanging with me. Good news today. Don't usually leave the hospital with good news, so rock and roll. We'll see you soon.
All with the help from these guys, of course. George Bird and Len Beatty. What was once I'm Gran Bell Fisher is now we are Gran Bell Fisher. I waited 32 years to find my band, and who would have thought I would have found them on my hometown doorstep and the thriving music scene of Clinton County in Southwest Ohio.
The new album that Gran Bell Fisher is working on, Yokefellow, I would describe it as pretty raw.
I feel like a lot of it is where we are as a band, you know, like we're on a shoestring budget, you know, we're starting from the bottom again, I guess you could say. So our sound is definitely going to be that of a raw, edgy, almost garage kind of thing, you know. Bim Folds 5, whatever, and ever, amen, recorded in your basement and in your living room kind of sound.
The most heartfelt band's ever been in. Like we're putting out what we put out because we care, and we're not just putting together a little album that'll take 3 seconds to write.
We're here with
Worldwide.
Worldwide prestige. We're here with Brian Watkins, sound engineer, legend, and George Bird on the camera, the legendist.
I feel like this is kind of like one of those stories about, not like redemption per se, but, you know, coming to terms with like a big loss, bonding together with the people around you and just pushing forward.
As you grow older, you set certain goals for yourself and you want certain things. And I knew that what I was going for in life, you know, I've achieved some of those things, you know, a little bit of celebrity, what's it like to be on television, what's it like to make a record on a major label. And as fun as all that stuff was, it didn't mean shit. And I appreciate what I've done. At the end of the day, I just look at the music. I look at the album, and the album's the one thing that still stands the test of time. Long story short, lost my farm, lost my health, lost my lung, and I couldn't be happier.
We joined forces for one reason only, to create music to the best of our abilities, and then push it even further, ripping out every bit of sweat, energy, and sheer honesty that we can in the moments that we choose to exist in front of you. Beautiful. I could go on and on about how crazy life is, but as you watch this, I'm sure I can guess your life is just as crazy, hard, lovely, terrifying, yet all in all, beautiful. We agree. We see it. We're not trying to sell you something. We're asking you to believe in us. After hundreds of songs written, lungs and record deals lost, music videos self-produced, video art, weird solo performance video stuff, we see that the industry has changed, and we ask you to be a part of something special. We are finally making Gran Fisher's official sophomore album. For you, for us, for them. The album is called Yokefellow, meaning a close companion. Here's the cover image, a photo from my talented friend and photographer and humanitarian, Quinn Ryan Mattingly. We're almost done recording. We need your help to take this thing from the center of the earth to the furthest star. Strap on a rocket, light it up, and let's really see what this world is made of. When people ask me, where have I been? Where did you go? I guess the only answer I can really come up with is, I needed to go get something to write about.
I spent some time out in California, living in a town that everybody calls LA. I followed my dream, oh, and I followed it boldly. But heaven knows that I can't stay. I'll be right here in this place forever. Ohio, and a day